Today I am going to show you how to make a candy hair bow. So first you're going to start with a piece of fabric. I'm going to put the measurements in there so you can measure it out. Next you're going to fold that piece of fabric in half, and you want to use an iron. You all know how much I love ironing. Not really. You'll also need a little piece of felt. You need the hair clip as well as the accessories you want to use for your candy wrap. So first I folded it in half in the opposite direction, and there was a reason why I did that, and then I also showed you folding it in the wrong direction. I want to make sure that when I stuff it, it does have enough to cover the stuffing, so I am right over the half point mark, if you notice what I did, and I am just folding things, and then I'm just gonna do that on the opposite side. Why am I doing this? Because doing it the first way helps show me how my fabric will line up, and then doing it this way helps to show me exactly what I'm going to be sewing. So yes, I mean, I'm a visual person. If you can do it this way once and not have to do it in the opposite direction, be my guest. Anyways, once you're done, you use a 1/4 inch allowance, very small. Actually, I'm sorry, a 1/2 inch allowance. It's very small. And then you just clip the corners, as you can see there. Next, you're going to turn it inside out and just use, I have a stick that I use to poke out the edges. I know some people use a pair of scissors. I don't recommend that because you could potentially put a hole in, but this is what I use. And it's just easy. And then just make sure that your fabric overlaps to ensure that it will hold the stuffing. Next, you're going to create a 1-inch line. You want to iron this flat if it's not flat. And then you're going to flip it to the right side and create a 1-inch line. So I'm just using my ruler there to mark where I need it to be, and then I'm going to mark it on each side, and then just draw a straight line. I'm using a heat erasable marker so that once I iron it, it comes off. So now that's just creating that, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and just mark it off. And that's just primarily to use to do my stitches. I mean, to stitch a straight line down. So there we go. And the next one on the other side. Now once that's done, stuff away. And then next you're going to take a needle and thread. This is really easy. If you don't know how to use a needle and thread, this does not require any real technique. Just loop it through like you see there, and then once done, squish it together and tie. So again, does not require an actual knowledge of hand sewing. Anyways, this I am doing to just lock things in. If you don't know how to do that, you can just make sure you tie it in such a way that it will hold on, and then repeat it on the second side. And that's about it. Next, I am going to use a hot glue gun to attach my accessories. Here I just want to add something little to make it look a little fun. In hindsight, maybe next time I'll add more beads just to, embellish it a little more. But either way, it still turned out looking great. Now for the flip side, which is the side where you have the opening, you're just going to do a straight line with your hot glue gun and attach your hair clip. You can also do hair like a hair elastic band if you want to do that. Here I'm using the felt to put it in there. The primary reason for this is because it gives a little bit of protection against your hair when you put it in, and that's it. Easy peasy.